What's up, everybody? Welcome to the whole story. We are here on our home Grand Prix race. I mean, we actually get three of them. But, anyways, it is the United States Grand Prix race week. We are very excited to do what we do here, and that is predict what's going to happen and then be not too accurate. We are going to talk about some juicy gossip, turn into TMZ over here. Alex just lit a candle, so you know the show is gonna be lit. But yeah, here we are. Alex, what's good, my brother?
How's it going, Johnson? How's it going?
It's good. It's good to see you. What's going? You feeling good? You sound a little nasally, or is it just me?
I was doing a lot of loud talking during the weekend, so my voice might not be the greatest.
Oh, okay. Hey, listen, better that than you not feeling well. Better that than you
Yeah.
not feeling well. Oh man. All right. So where should we start? I got some notes here for us. Not a big note. Not a big note week. I want to start off though with Alex's special segment, rate the livery. Did you see Haas's new livery they're bringing?
uh, I did. Are we talking about the suits livery? Because I haven't seen a livery.
Okay, so apparently they're having. They said they're having a livery to match the suits. Alex is gonna pull it up
Okay.
right now.
Yes,
As
sir.
he's pulling it up to look. Not only is Haas bringing new livery this weekend, stars and stripes with "We the People" on it. Um, they are bringing a whole slew. They're bringing a new car. Um, Improvements to the floor engine, to the floor, engine cover, side pod inlet, side pods, quarter panel, and pad and grills. So
That
Haas says
looks
that,
clean. It's not
ha,
bad.
yeah,
Definitely not the greatest. Sorry. Not
where
bad.
are we rating it this year? Up with McLaren, with Williams, with Alfa Romeo? Where are you at?
I'd say it's like Williams
Williams?
level-ish. I think McLaren's been killing it, but so
Hmm.
there's
Alex,
that.
Alex is a big McLaren guy. It's gonna be hard to get him
Yeah.
off the McLaren livery. But yeah,
Bandwagon.
this is an upgrade package that these guys have been waiting for. I think honestly, the last two races, they just knew they were going to struggle, and they were just waiting to get here. Well, I don't know what it will do for them in terms of time. Maybe it'll get them closer to, the race pace of an AlphaTauri or maybe, even a Williams.
Do they
But
have like any estimates?
I haven't seen estimates, and honestly, I don't even believe much of what I hear. I don't believe all these. You're right. Estimates do come out sometimes, but a lot of times these guys are like, I don't think it's gonna do much, but yada. And then McLaren comes rolling
I
around,
mean,
swinging their thing
yeah.
around, and they're they're insanely fast.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, to be fair, has been okay during the one lap speed. They've gotten some Q3s. It's just putting it together during the race and making those tires last. So if they can fix that situation, we might see them get some points.
Yeah. Speaking of making the tires last, though, thank you very much. This is not just United States Grand Prix weekend; it's also Sprint Race weekend. They'll have a chance to show off their one lap speed and then their short run speed this weekend. Other news we got going on here: Mercedes is bringing their upgrades, their last one of the year. We talked about this a little while ago. New floor, with honestly the aim, as they say, is to understand the car for better next year. We talked about McLaren's wind tunnel a couple weeks ago, how they got a new wind tunnel. Their upgrades that came this year all came from the Germany wind tunnel. So
Okay.
none of their new upgrades have even come from their new wind tunnel, which I didn't really process with in this cost cap era that we're in. They're gonna save money. They're gonna because they're not gonna have to rent the wind tunnel. They're gonna
That's
save
true.
time. They were talking about how they have to ship parts and stuff like that's all gonna be in house. So, I mean, for a team that's already looking pretty disgustingly good this year, um,
Well, that just goes to show how like naive you and I are to the sport entirely. Like we never even thought about that, and I'm sure that's come up in conversation for a long time with people.
yeah. I mean, I mean, right? Talk to me about it, but I imagine you got to fork up a little bit of cash this year, right? So it goes into whatever your cost cap spending is this year.
Hmm.
But now you're not spending money renting it other years. You know what I mean? It's not like, yeah, I don't know.
And isn't the
It's just
cost cap gonna get lower and lower throughout the seasons, or is it gonna stay at like 150 or whatever it is?
I don't know. So I know it was funny. You would think certain teams would want it lower, like Williams,
Hmm.
but Williams actually came out this year and said that the cost cap hurts them in a little bit because now they have new money and they can't spend it all. they can only spend a certain amount because of the cost
Huh.
cap. Yeah, so
I'm surprised because I thought they were still below the budget.
no, I think James Fowles, when he came from Mercedes, he said a lot of this tech is old and outdated stuff we used in Mercedes years ago. And then I think he made a comment that he can't like they just can't come in and overhaul everything. They got to be real smart about it. So you know it may hurt certain teams, but I think teams looking to get to certain spots if they have the money, I think it hurts them.
I think it hurts them in the instant for sure, but I think long term is going to benefit them. It'll make more of an even playing field. But like you said, Williams is obviously behind on the tech thing, and if they can catch up with that throughout the years, and hopefully they can get back to the top,
Yeah,
or at least racing and competing again.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. TV watching for you guys. November 15th, we got the four-part series coming out on Disney Plus and Hulu about Braun Racing. Keanu Reeves
I
is
saw
involved.
that today, actually, for the first time.
Yeah. Jensen Button was going to be interviewed, and I think it's Rubens Barrichello, I believe, is the other driver. Oh, I hope I'm right on that one. But apparently there's some good stuff that we've never seen before. So
Yeah, I'm excited. For those of you who don't know the Braun team is now Mercedes, I believe, bought them
yep,
out. But yeah, they came in and their rookie season, they won the entire thing, which is unheard of. It
yeah,
doesn't happen. So it should be an
yeah.
interesting docu series.
So they bought the team from Honda, wanted to get rid of it, and they were struggling to sell it. Braun bought it at the end of 2008. There was a Honda engine already designed for the 2009 car that was pretty badass, and they had a double diffuser, which was very innovative. And with the engine and that double diffuser, um, with a car that I think just had Virgin as the sponsor, I think it was very
The naked, bare
yeah,
bones car.
yeah.
I'm curious. I would like to see if they interview the teams who raced against them, like the Ferraris who were like
They,
dominating at the time, and like the
I read
the top teams and stuff.
Yeah, I read
Red Bull.
they interview Christian Horner, whose Red Bull
Oh,
was
did they?
competing with them. So yeah, so maybe
Mhm.
there will be some good stuff
Oh, that's
there
right.
too.
Because yeah, after they won, Red Bull took over for their little 4 year stint with
Yep,
Vettel.
yep,
And,
exactly. 10, 11, 12, and no, 10. Yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12, or 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah.
mhm.
Um, more television stuff. Did you ever watch the Formula 3 anime like you were supposed to?
I have no time for anything right now.
My goodness
I did not
gracious.
watch it. No, no, I did not. I do. I
Uh,
only have time to turn on my TV half the time.
Alex, we have two people watching right now, okay? And they were probably relying on you to watch that show. Are you one of them? You are probably one of them. We
I
have
am one
one
of them.
we have
So,
one
so
person.
it's probably Carter. So it's probably Carter.
Carter's watching this right now and he was waiting for your review on the anime. Damn it, Alex. Yeah, okay. So,
Okay, why
let's
can't you
get
do it?
I don't watch anime. I don't want to start to be an anime guy, you know what I mean? Even though I did watch that Netflix One Punch thing, not the anime series. They did the other. Um, I enjoyed it, but then I realized there was like 4,000 episodes of One Punch, and I didn't want any part of watching that anime. So,
No, that's One Piece.
oh, One
The live
Piece.
action. You're talking about the live action.
Yeah, my
Yes.
bad. One Piece, One Punch,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
all about those.
that show did it justice. I got into One Piece about 2.5, 3 years ago because I got sick and I was stuck home. So I was like, yeah, let me start watching it.
Yeah,
Hated it at first and then fell in love with the show. And then once you start, it's a rabbit hole.
yeah. I'm waiting for season 2 to come out for sure on Netflix.
Yeah. They
But
plan
let's
on 12. But yeah, let's get back to what we originally were for.
yeah, because we're at the juicy stuff. We're at the juicy stuff. Believe it or not, me and Alex, we keep our communications pretty limited during the week. We shoot some memes back and forth. But if a text ever comes through, then it's kind of serious. We save a lot for the show. So there's rumors that Perez was going to announce his retirement in Mexico. It prompted a text from me to Alex to see if he believed it. Man, what do you think? You believe it? You don't? He came out and denied it, but what are your thoughts?
I think it's like I think it's like 80-20 and 80% of that it being a lie. I think the only reason he would retire is yes, he's having a rough season and people are gonna look at it, oh, this is a cop out, but he is also a family guy and the job takes away a lot from that. And he has kids and stuff he wants to be around. Um, But yeah, I'm not sold. He's still pretty good. I know he's having a rough season with Red Bull, but like I said last week, that Red Bull's second seat is volatile. There's also new teams coming in, and I'm sure a lot of these teams, like a veteran like Perez, who's competed with a top team like Red Bull, who's won championships, who's been there to be a supporting figure. I know they would really appreciate his input. Plus, let's be honest, not a lot of these guys stay away from the sport for long. Vettel already wants to come back, or at least is teasing it. I don't think he will, but I'm sure he'll come back and be involved with the sport again somehow. Alonso retired for X amount of years, came back. These guys just can't quit. The only person I could say I could believe would ever retire and stay retired is Kimmy.
That's true. Yep. But you know he came back. He retired and came back. Or
Yeah, I know, but
he
like
left to go
I'm saying, like this
rallycross.
time, I'm saying this time I think he's done.
Yeah, he's
But
done.
yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, apparently Perez already denied the rumors, said that his contract is good through 2024 with Red Bull, and he doesn't expect this to be his last contract. So he's denied it. There was also some rumors that he wanted, and I believe I'm gonna mess this up a little bit. He either wanted the car from before Barcelona, or the car. I think it was the car before Barcelona. I believe it was Barcelona. I think was he said this car showed up and it was a completely different car at the track, undrivable, and that he actually wanted the car from the beginning of the year, which makes sense because that's when he was doing his best. But Red Bull obviously said no. If you don't know how this works, they bring two of the same exact cars to the track. Sometimes if there's an upgrade, it will come to one car maybe a week before, but never anything more than that. And that's because you have two of the same wings. You have two, or not two. You have multiple of the same wings, same floors, so they can go on both cars. But man, that's kind of a logical thing. We like, oh, we can't figure out what's going on with him. But he had a car that he liked and he was winning it, and then they change it. I mean, that's a valid thing there.
I mean, like I said, Max's driving style is extremely hard to emulate. And they're very clearly designing the car for Max's taste, and you can't blame them. The guy's super talented, and he's the face of your team. You got to do that, and no one's been able to emulate it, including Checo. Checo's just doing the best he can, and he is struggling. And I do think he's not competing to the standards he should be, but
Hmm.
again, that driving style is very hard to emulate.
Yeah, absolutely. So interesting stuff with Sergio. My brain is going. We are at the United States Grand Prix and then the Mexican Grand Prix next weekend, if there was. But I'm sure we will hear a whole bunch of talk about it this weekend, because honestly, the F1 show guys, I think when you watch F1 TV, I think those guys dabble into the rumors just enough. They talk about it. It's not like they're like living up here and not seeing the stuff on the internet. They dabble. They talk, which I appreciate. So I'm sure we'll hear some rumblings there. But stick with Red Bull. Other rumors also came out this week that Christian Horner wants to get rid of Helmut Marko, and through slight investigation here on my part. I actually learned that Helmut Marko is not employed by Red Bull Racing. He is.
Yes, I knew that, but it's like a weird thing they got going on there.
Yeah, he's employed by Red Bull and then a whole bunch of other letters. So he's a director. I guess I missed this, but when they asked Horner about his comments about Sergio Perez, Horner was quick to say like he's not on our payroll. Like he is not on, he's not a member of the team. A lot of directors are, but he isn't. Apparently, since I'm gonna Dietrich, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I don't want to hack it up. But he was key founder of Red Bull. When he passed away, the dynamics kind of changed up. Christian Horner wants that full control of the team, and he wants Helmut Marko out. What makes this difficult, apparently, is that Yuki Tsunoda, I think, brings a little money from Honda, so they might lose that, or they'd have to pay out Honda. And also, Honda has their the mapping for their powertrains, I guess. So even though it's Red Bull powertrains, they still have some mapping. So apparently, it's not as clear cut as they can just get rid of him, I guess. But I mean, apparently Horner wants Yuki out, which would be, what does Horner want? Does he want Perez out, Danny Ric in that seat, and then
I didn't
Liam
see any of
Lawson?
this.
Yeah,
I missed all that. I missed all. But that's all. I feel like that's a juicier story than Checo.
Yeah, well, this is. I mean, Checo brings you right into it because, who really wants who? I read something that Max Verstappen wouldn't want Helmut Marko pushed out. That would make him mad. And do you want to make the king mad? Like, I don't know. So, I mean, honestly, it's all rumors at this point. We don't know. We don't know anything. But when the Perez retirement rumors, started on Reddit, and then kind of, the ball started kind of moving. So we don't know these Hornet things. I mean, I popped up on my Instagram, but a quick Google search, there was multiple sites talking about it. So. That's all that I got. Did you see any other news, any other memes, any other stuff from this past week here before we get into it?
I saw somebody complaining because Danny Ric smiles too much. A former F1 champion, and they were like, it was a former. I don't know if he was an F1 world champion or if he was a driver. If I told you the name, you would know who I was talking about. But they were like, yeah, he clearly doesn't have that killer instinct because he smiles too much.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, look at a guy like Alonso. He never smiles. And I was like, I'm like 99% sure I've seen Alonso smile before. And a quick little Google image search, and there's plenty of smiling happening at the beginning of this season. So that is the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever heard. And Danny Ric is definitely a competitive guy. I think he's settled into the mold of what he has to be to still be competing in F1. But when he was competing at the top, he was hungry. And him and Max didn't get into a scuffle because they weren't competitive. They got into a scuffle because they were at each other's throats.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And not that anyone of significance is going to watch this show, but on the thumbnail is 3 pictures of Danny Ric from Texas, like, with his cowboy hats on, and he's smiling, I think, in like all of them. So I love that you just brought that up, and that's what happens to be our thumbnail.
Sue the guy for being happy.
Yeah.
He's like the most likable person on the planet.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Instead of a robot like some of these other guys. Oh man. All right. Well, let's get into it. U.S. Grand Prix sprint weekend. I got the schedule here in front of me. This is all East Coast times. Friday 1:30 p.m. is practice 1. Friday 5 p.m. is qualifying. Saturday 1:30 p.m. is sprint shootout. That's the qualifying for the sprint race. Saturday 6 p.m. is the sprint race. I think that's an interesting time. I mean, the sun is setting here around all of 6:30. Granted, Texas is much more south, but that's still almost pushing like an evening race. And they don't have lights there.
We'll probably. Oh, really?
I don't think they have lights.
Damn. That's crazy. Yeah, that's really late.
Yeah,
it's an hour and like by 8 o'clock there, it's definitely going to be dark.
Yeah, I think they have the sprint race is only 45 minutes. Is what they say sprint races, but yeah. So that's just interesting. I just thought it was a little bit close to nighttime. And then Sunday the race is at 3 p.m. All right, are you ready, Alex?
Yes, sir.
Most wins at Circuit of the Americas. Actually, I lied. This is. Can I hold up? Most wins of the United States Grand Prix.
Okay, I'm gonna go Hamilton or Shuby. I'll go Hamilton.
How many?
5.
A little bit higher.
6.
That is correct. Who is the most constructor wins?
Is it Red Bull?
Not Red Bull.
Oh, okay. Ferrari.
It is Ferrari. How many wins? Lewis has 6, so.
I'm going to go 8.
Higher.
12.
Split that difference.
10.
Correct. The United States Grand Prix has been at a multiple of tracks. Sebring, Watkins Glen, a couple different layouts. Phoenix, oh my gosh, Indianapolis. Then they took a break and they came back to the Circuit of the Americas where the race is at now. In 2012, and the first winner when they moved to Circuit of the Americas was
Hamilton.
Yeah. I also just a random fact popped in my head. Which driver won his last race at COTA in 2018?
His last race at COTA in 2018. Is it Bottas?
Nope. He got his last. This is his last win in Formula One before he retired.
Okay. Is it Vettel?
Nope. Vettel won in 2019.
It's not Nico. Nico's retired 2016. Kimmy. Is it Kimmy?
It is Kimi. Yeah. I'm almost positive. I'll stand on that fact pretty hard. I think his last race win was Coda 2018. Yeah, so that's that. Do you? I mean, this is a dedicated track. They made it a multi-use facility, so they hold concerts there and whatnot. I like the track. What do you think?
I've enjoyed it for the most part.
Yeah.
The design's pretty decent, yeah. And
Yeah.
I think this stint of the season gets really good. I like the Mexico GP. I love Brazil. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be honest. I'm a fan of the track too. Good overtaking. You got the long DRS, whatever you want to call the back straight. But then sometimes you can off put someone, and that throws into some other battles. So yeah, it's a decent circuit design, and we get to see it for sprint weekend too. So that's very exciting as well. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. We have to check out here, Alex.
let's see it.
Oh, I dropped the ball, Alex. Entertain everyone for a second. Tell them any sort of story.
All right. Well,
Oh boy, I didn't
you know,
really
when I
make.
met when I met when I met when I met John in high school,
Oh
he
no,
had this. Okay.
where
You
are
want
we
me to
going
finish
with
the
this?
story?
I don't know where we're going.
I was gonna explain the Jelly My Donut Johnson nickname.
No, we shouldn't. All right, that's the last time. That's the last time I give you full reign of the show. Okay. Okay. All right. Hold up. I got us now. All right. All right. We're looking at our United States Grand Prix DraftKings odds. I had last week's image in. I just had to throw in this week's image. Alex, this should make you smile too when you see
might
it.
wanna. I saw it and then it disappeared.
No, I put it up. That was Qatar I put up. That's why I got rid of it.
Oh, okay,
So now we're waiting on US.
Okay, got it.
Do you see what the background is?
Oscar, wow.
Wait. Do you see what the background is?
Yeah, Oscar over Orlando is. Oh wait, well they're both 12.
No. Yeah. So let's start from the top for people at home. Max minus 450. Oscar and Lando, after their second and third and only a few seconds behind Max at Qatar, are both sitting at plus 1200. I listen though. I think like you said, it's Oscar is the shocker, and it's strong. He's right. He's right there with Lando. There's no rookie discrepancy or anything.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be like. I would probably put him at the plus 1350 or something.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, but no.
Split it with Sergio.
Yeah, these sportsbook guys, they have the McLaren second, Sergio Perez plus 1500. I guess after Mercedes strong showing in Qatar last week and Ferrari's not so strong showing, you got Lewis at plus 22 and George at plus 2200. Then come the Ferraris shortly behind at plus 2500, and then it's a joke after that and a typo. Fernando's plus 8,000. That is the typo there. Not 80,000. Sorry. Fernando's plus 8,000. Alpine's. It's funny how now, and we're gonna see a discrepancy here later on, but how we start grouping. You know, Alpine plus 40,000. Albon's plus 40,000. Yuki's plus 50,000. Valtteri's plus 50. Lance is plus 50, which is sad. Danny Ric is plus 50,000. You got Nico and Kevin. Okay, so Haas is both 70 plus 70,000. Logan Sargent, not a shocker, at plus 80,000. But if I was Joe Guanyu, would you be a little upset that you're at plus 80,000?
Yeah, 100%. Like he's got to be. I would put him at plus 75.
Yeah, or just put him at plus 70. Don't put him in his own.
Yeah.
He hasn't been on Logan Sargent level that we put him down at plus 80,000.
Yeah.
Oh man,
He's been doing pretty well too.
Absolutely. You know what? You know what we need, and I wish we need someone to say if they bet like 100 on Max every race, how much money they would have right now. It wouldn't be like
Probably.
phenomenal.
It'd be like since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, well, because what's minus
They
minus
probably would have wanted.
minus 450 is not getting you a lot.
Not at all.
But if you did it every race and he's only lost what 3?
Yeah.
don't
you're
know.
making some. I gotta start gambling on Max.
Listen, we have a whole show here dedicated. K-Mag's plus 80,000, disrespectful. No, K-Mag's only plus 70,000, Ryan. Relax. They didn't do your boy dirt like that. They put him and Nico at their own Haas, 70,000.
I know they're
Yeah,
coming in with the upgrades. Brian's got a point.
yeah. Oh, Ryan, now's the time. Smash that bet button. Yeah, I just think the Oscar and Lando thing. I believe there's a stat too that said Oscar might pass Lewis Hamilton's record for most points scored by a rookie. Um,
Which is insane to think about because Lewis is playing as a rookie year. Yes, he was in a really good car, but he put up that many points, and I'm pretty sure there was like a lower point total for everything. Like I think winning a race was 10, and
oh,
only top 8 got points.
is that what it was?
Yeah, only top 8
Oh,
got points. I knew that for sure, and I know the point total was lower. I don't quote me on that if it's exactly 10, but I know it's a lot lower. So that just goes to show you how impressive Lewis's rookie season was.
I bet you there also wasn't. Oh no, where'd Alex go? Alex, come back. All right, you back? Oh, hold up. Let me straighten this kid out. Alex, you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Who
Can you hear
called?
me?
Who called you?
No,
Was it
no
Ryan?
one called me. It just went black.
Oh, um, yeah. I mean, here, let's play. We could play devil's advocates. Lewis probably had less races and less points, right?
Yes, that too.
But
Less races, a lot
but
less races.
I think he finished like second in his first race. So that car was better. Whereas Oscar didn't.
Oh, of course.
Oscar had a turd for the first quarter to first half of the
Yeah,
year here.
yeah,
Um,
that's true. But it's crazy to me because it's like the point total difference is huge, and there's 20, 24 races this season,
yeah,
and there
yeah.
was I think Lewis had 18.
So just say Lewis
Well,
is the GOAT. Just say it. Go
he
ahead.
is, he is.
Do you see,
I'm
you
just
see
like,
what I'm do you see what I'm rocking today?
the hat or the shirt? Oh, I like the zoom.
My brother-in-law got me this hat. This is my first
That's
this
awesome.
is my first piece of Formula One merchandise right here. Shouts out Todd.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He already
I wanted
knew
to get one
it.
of the baseball jerseys. The baseball
Oh,
jerseys look sick. Have
yeah.
you seen
Oh,
those?
yeah. Ryan sent me them. Ryan's big on those.
Yeah,
Um,
they look really really cool. The Hamilton one because I like Mercedes colors a lot too, like the white and teal.
yep. Well, that is most of our show, but the best part of our preview shows is right now where we make our picks. I believe Alex is first up. Will he take the Mercedes upgrades into consideration? Who knows? Will he take the Haas upgrades into consideration and put them in his top 5? Will he put all the Red Bull
Okay, I got
drama?
one.
What about all the stuff surrounding Red Bull? Will that affect his picks? But Alex is up with the number 1 pick. Guys, make sure if you're watching, CJ, Ryan, throw your top 5 in there so we can look at them next week. Ryan's done really good the past 2 weeks. But Alex, who we picking number 1, baby?
No, I am gonna throw a little monkey in the wrench. I'm saying that right, son. Whatever.
A
that
monkey
is.
in the wrench.
Whatever.
It's just
Whatever.
a monkey wrench.
A monkey
Why,
wrench.
why
Yeah,
is there a
whatever.
monkey in the wrench?
I don't know how to read, John. Okay. I am gonna take a little bit of that Red Bull drama into consideration. That, and I think Max has won his championship, and he doesn't really care anymore. Not care per se. I think he still wants to break his record from winning races last season, which he probably will. But I'm gonna go with the sports bettors here. I'm gonna go Oscar Piastri if you want.
Wow. Listen, Alex says that Oscar's going to beat Max. He's going to beat Lando to his first race win. Oh, my gosh.
Dude, that would be crazy. I didn't even think of that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's all the talk is that if if Oscar gets the win before Lando, what does that do to Lando? Hey, Mick is in the chat saying Lando, Max, Oscar, Charles, and Carlos. So he has McLaren 1 as well. Wow. Well, because you guys...
he does not like Mercedes.
No, he doesn't. But since you guys are going to ride the McLaren train so hard, choo-choo, I'm on Red Bull. I need the 5 points badly to catch up to Alex. I don't have time to be playing risk taker over here. I have to play it safe. Ryan said Alex is a true Red Bull hater. Oh, so Max is touching the podium, but he's not on the top step. All right. Oh man. you know, I'm gonna grab a little
I like this
suggestion.
color scheme you got going for the chat and the background going. I got a McLaren vibe to it. The orange, brownish. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have no idea why their names are orange. That's just lucky, but the black is me. Yes. Um, Mick said if Max had Lewis's car his rookie year, he would have scored 10,000 points or 100,000. What does that say? He would have scored 10,000 points.
Max would have crashed like 70% of the races. I don't know what world you're living in.
Uh, Listen, Mick is a Max fan, which is good because we don't have a lot of Max fans associated with the show. You know, we got Ryan's a big K-Mag fan and kind of a McLaren fan. You know, we kind of root for
Orlando,
Mercedes.
Sergio.
You root.
Wow, your dad coming in with the shockers.
Listen, if that's right, that would be so wild. Sergio second, but like, Dad, what do you think happens to Max? What do you like? He blows up in qualifying,
Bad
so he's
pit
got to
stop,
start
bad
from.
pit stop, bad pit stop.
Dude, a bad pit stop wouldn't even. He'd have to start 20th in a bad pit stop. Oh my gosh! All right,
They
Alex.
finally get some engine failure. There hasn't been that many engine failures this year, has there?
No, there hasn't been that many engine failures, and you know what's funny? I'm glad you brought that up. I tried to
Ferrari
think.
has. I remember Ferrari has, I think.
I try to think back this week. Has Max wrecked the car at all?
No, I don't think he even has he. I don't think he's put it in the wall in practice. I know he went to the gravel once, right during a practice session. I think it was, or during qualifying. I
Yeah.
can't remember. No,
But
I
like,
don't think Max has done anything. Yeah.
the first two losses against Sergio, one he started way back, and the other he just didn't have speed, but the car was in one piece.
Yeah.
Singapore car was in one piece. Like I don't ever remember like he was in first and like a long pit stop held him up, or like I don't remember anything.
No,
With
nothing
him.
like that. Nothing is no. Red Bulls are really fortunate with their fin. I know Checo's had two DNFs, right? I think. And one of them was last week.
Possibly.
Something like that. Yeah, the Red Bull's been holding up pretty well. Yeah, I don't think Max has damaged the car at all, though. He might be at like zero damage. He might have like run something over and did some more damage. Like it's not like that. Oh, George and him got to a thing this year.
Oh,
with the side pod
at Baku.
The sprint, right?
In the sprint. Yep. There you go.
But I think that's it. But that wasn't Max's fault. That was George. And
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. It's just funny. I've gone back and watched some years now. I just finished 2017 season. You know, Mercedes dominance. Like Sebastian Vettel like won races and led the championship for like most of the year. It's never been like how clean Max's run is this year. I mean that's why it's historic and that's why he broke records. But back to our picks here, Alex. You're on pick number 3, bud.
Pick 3. Okay. I'll go Lando.
Okay, that's cool. A little bit jumbled. Oh, actually, I think you're going with the sprint race podium. I think that's what that is.
Exactly what that is, yeah.
Well, listen. Let's honestly, who? All right, check out. All right, Dad, I see you. Did Ryan? Ryan didn't give a top 5, just Mick.
Yeah, just
listen.
Yeah, Ryan.
Don't be silly. Mercedes is bringing upgrades. Lewis has won here the most. He finished second last year. He's on the podium minimum if he doesn't win this race. All right, you don't even know. All right. I don't care if that car. I don't care if that car sucks in a straight line. All right.
I was gonna say, yeah, like they look good at Qatar. They look good to be on pace. At least finishing the podium, but that straight line speed is questionable. Max, Lando, Piastri, Russell, Hamilton. That's actually pretty good. That's honestly what I think is really gonna happen.
I mean, that's the Red Bull. Red Bull, 2 McLarens, two Mercedes. Yeah.
And that's exactly what I'm just gonna reverse that Mercedes order here. I'm gonna throw Hamilton at P4.
Okay, so you're gonna go Hamilton P4. Okay, disrespect. He'll know when he watches the show. That's my top. Wait. What?
Imagine.
Oh, Ryan said that's his top 4. Hamilton's dead last. Yo, you see my dad's comment?
I just got it. That's my top. Hamilton's Ryan has come a long way.
Oh man. Man. All right. This is what do I do here? All right. This is gonna be boring.
Ferraris left. You got Checo.
I'm out with the Ferraris. I'm done with them.
Really?
Ooh, I don't.
I mean, they struggled in Qatar, but you really out.
Oh man, what do I do here? I'm typing it, but I don't know if I believe it.
You're gonna put Lance Stroll there, and I'll quit the show right now.
Oh, did you see that his dad might be selling the team?
Please do. I
You,
want. He's done good things, but I need Lance Stroll out of F1. And the only reason he's there is because of his dad.
you
There's
need
no
to.
way. There's
You're
no
out.
way you can sit there and look at Alonso and then look at Stroll and tell me, yeah, there's no difference there. It's just like points.
Your algorithm is messed up. You're not seeing the good stuff. Yeah, I heard his dad might sell the team. His job might. They're changing their name next year too. I think.
Are they?
They have the Aston Martin and then the what is it? Cognizant
Yeah.
is the and I think they're getting rid of just the Cognizant, but I think they're staying on as a sponsor. I think that was all
So
part
it's
of the
gonna be
plan.
Aston Martin.
Yeah, not a
Okay.
big deal, but it'll clean it
Okay.
up. Clean it up.
I thought you were saying
Um,
like Porsche's coming in and taking over or something.
what do you think? So Spa is like very top line heavy track. Would you say that this circuit is very top speed heavy with that long back straight or no?
Yeah. Yeah, which is why like I think Red Bull's probably gonna dominate if I'm being honest. But
And that's why
yeah, it's definitely
and
there.
that's why I put Charles Leclerc fourth because Spa he beat Lewis straight up, just had the speed. So I got to put a Ferrari in the top five, and I'm picking Charles. Even though Carlos put it on pole last year, I'm picking Charles, and that leaves pick
Ooh,
number
that's a good
5 for
play.
both of us.
See, I was gonna throw George there, but you brought up a good point.
Oh well, if I brought up a good point, I know you're gonna pick Carlos over Charles because you're
Yeah, it's
Carlos's
gonna be
number one
Carlos. Yeah,
fan.
it's good. I think I legitimately might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just Carlos. I do. I like Carlos. I just feel like he doesn't get enough credit. The guy is played. He's been up against like some of the best. He came in his rookie season versus Max, did his thing. Came in rookie, and then he goes to I don't remember where he went afterwards, but I know he went to McLaren eventually. Him and Lando were going at it, and I know they're like best friends, but like he beat Lando, and now he's coming to Ferrari. He's holding his own against Charles, and he's been to me looks better this season than
You're
Charles.
you're not wrong. You missed. He went to Renault. That's it. That was his stop
Okay.
after. He actually joined Renault with like 2 races to go in the season or the
Was
last
Nico
race.
his partner?
Yeah, they got rid of. He does a
Oh,
great job.
wasn't it Mag?
No, they got rid of Jolyon Palmer with a few races
Okay.
left, and put him in that spot. All right,
That's
so
such a weird thing. No other sport you can really do that.
no, I mean they trade athletes all the time.
Say it again.
They
Yeah,
trade
but I'm saying
they
like
trade athletes.
imagine like in the NFL season, like they take out Kevin Durant, throw LeBron James in the Phoenix Suns. You know what I mean? Like you can't do
Why? So they lose even worse, or?
that.
All right. So I have Max, Lando, Lewis, Charles. So then it just comes down to am I putting Oscar in here? Or am I putting George in here? Right.
Hmm.
George has a tendency at this track to a little cannonball George into turn one. Don't forget that. I think he took out Carlos last year. You know how cannonball George is.
You know what's funny? They say that. What really got me into F1 is a movie called the Speed Racer movie. It
Hold
came
on one
out in like
second.
2000.
Mick, if you're watching, give me 5 between George or Oscar. Give me one of them. All right, keep going.
So yeah, it's a movie called a Speed Racer or whatever, and it's like F1 but in the future and on steroids.
Okay.
It's the best way I can describe it. But it's like it's from a cartoon series back in the I don't know years when it started, 80s maybe it might be even earlier than that. But yeah, the bad guy at the end of the movie, one of the guys, one of the main bad guys, his name's Cannonball Taylor.
Oh, just like Cannonball George.
Yeah,
And George might be a bad guy. Everyone
and
is a big fan, but he might be a bad guy.
and
We
it's
don't
funny
know.
because at the end of the season, it's like so what it is it's pretty much gets into the politics of racing and like it tells you like oh what really drives these people to win is like stock prices and so on and so forth and money and sponsors and all this stuff. And at the end of the race, like Speed is is the main character. He's like a rookie coming up, and he's facing the big bad Cannonball Taylor, who's like this 6-time grand champion or whatever. And every time I look at it, I just see it's almost like a Lewis versus Alonso matchup kind of thing.
I like it. Same team, same drama. Alex,
No,
you
they
need
weren't.
to.
So they weren't all on the same team. It was weird. Like they were. So the Speed had an individual. He was part of a Williams like team, just an individual family owned team.
Yeah. Okay. I think you need to start writing Formula One TV shows.
No, yeah, I don't think I could write an interesting enough character to really get that done well.
Well, I think you would write some story about a dad who owns a team and has his son race for him, and then his son under delivers, and that's pretty much what it would be about for you. All right, Mick said Oscar over George, so hopefully Mick is right.
I mean, he's of course he was going to say that he hates Mercedes. Yeah, I kind of agree with him there. I'm surprised you didn't have Oscar in your top 5.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, bad race. I mean, like we didn't know Hamilton was gonna get taken out last week. Oscar could get taken out into turn 1. We don't know.
That's true. Maybe Lando goes on a little bit of a vengeance.
This track really reminds me of like a Spa, like turn 1, just because of like you're going uphill. It's so wide. That's a very sharp hairpin turn. So like, listen, anything could happen in turn 1 here. There's certain tracks where you're like, they should get through the first couple turns okay, pretty calm. This one, we could have drama. So, ladies and gentlemen at home, we got extra racing sprint weekend. We have our top 5 here. Alex has Oscar, Max, Lando, Lewis, and Carlos. I have Max, Lando, Lewis, Charles, and Oscar. So, listen, as always, I want to be wrong and I want to see Lewis win. I would love to lose this game and see Lewis win a race. But also I had to put Max first because I'm trying to win a game here. Don't forget, guys, this is the start of our triple header weekend. United States Grand Prix this weekend, Mexico next weekend, and then Brazil the following week. So the next 2 shows are going to be probably on the longer side, being recap and preview shows, and we're going to get those shows started right back on time at 5:30. You ready to read Ryan's note? Discussion idea of the notes app. Who would win in an F1 bench press, vertical, pacer test, sit and reach? Well,
they're not going to be benching very high. I feel like
I think George.
I think K-Mag's going to win the bench press. Okay. Or no, Bottas. I think Bottas will win the bench press. Vertical.
Really? Wait. Time out. You say Bottas on bench.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm going Hamilton. No.
They're all pretty like skinnier people. They're not lifting weights. They're just doing a lot of cardio and like resistance training.
Yeah. All right, I'm skipping the bench. But vertical.
Vertical's tough.
Vertical, I'm taking George.
See, Esteban's taller.
I mean,
but I'd also make him more clumsy. I go George too.
Okay.
I think I might take George in the bench too because I think George has a little more muscle definition than most of them.
Does
Pacer test?
Pacer test, I'm taking Bottas because of all his biking.
I am too. All the biking, that's exactly what I was going to do. But Pacer test. Sit and read. I don't even know where to start there.
Mick said agreed. Bottas on bench. Boy is thick. Okay. Wow.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
Okay, that's nice. You guys call them fat. That's cool.
No. You know what we mean by thick.
Thick with but Mick said with a K. He didn't say with a couple C's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got a point there.
Okay, so Bottas on the bench, George on the vertical. We both have Bottas on the pacer test. Well, when did this sit and reach? Oh no, I'm taking Hamilton on the sit and reach because his training is all like little minimum. I bet you he's very mobile. I'm taking Hamilton.
But again, a lot of these guys are. I want to say Esteban here, but Esteban looks more leg than he does arms.
Yeah, but what's this?
Lengthy-wise.
I don't think sit and reach is just length. I think it has to do with mobility in the hips.
Yeah, you want to go as far as possible. So.
Yeah,
And
I'm
if you
taking
have a longer
Hamilton
reach,
for
it's
sit
going to
and
help
reach.
K-Mags is too thick though. It's thick too though.
He said,
See,
and Ryan said with C's.
You're going Hamilton?
Yeah.
Trying to think. I know they do a soccer match. They're not like outside of all their sports. I think a few of them are decent at soccer. See, if Vettel was here, I would have taken Vettel at Sit and Reach,
Ooh.
or even Mick Schumacher. I would have taken him at Sit and Reach too because I know they're decent at soccer.
You ever see these guys? Yeah, kick a soccer ball. I just watched a clip of
some of them are pretty good.
Ball with Beckham. Yeah.
Some of them are pretty good.
If you're
basketball, they need to stop doing that in Miami. They need to stop letting these guys shoot a ball because they've never touched a basketball their entire lives.
Yeah, and if you're somehow just joining us, our super fan Ryan here has us debating who would F1 Combine bench press, vertical, pacer, sit and reach. We have a unanimous decision on bench and pacer being Bottas. Vertical split between George and Esteban. I have Hamilton as sit and reach. And Alex is really struggling with the sit and reach over here.
This is driving me nuts. I'll go Charles. Just because I seen him with a soccer ball. He's clumsy at times, but I've seen him with a soccer ball. I'll go Charles.
All right. If you've never seen these guys train too, they start doing crazy stuff now. You ever seen the machine where they have to turn side to side, and then like the one that's like straining on their neck? Them in a combine would be it'd be a pretty good time for sure.
40-yard time. Who you giving it to?
Oh, 40-yard. You're really trying to get into this here, huh? Oh man.
I would say Lewis, but Lewis is one of the older guys in the grid, so
yeah,
no. Get him there.
I'm not going Lewis for 40 time. All right. I'm just going to change it up.
I might go Charles again. I think I'll go Charles for 40.
I'm going to go Pierre for a 40.
That's fair. Oh, Pierre's good at soccer, too.
Is that you hammering? Someone knocking on your door?
That's my dad. There's the fridge is freezing. So he's trying to cut out some of the ice.
Fridge is freezing.
Well, I think that's a good place to call it. We're probably going to hear this for the rest of the show.
All right, well, we had to call it anyways. This is perfect timing. You wanted I had to start late. That was on me today, guys. But yeah, like I said, we're getting into triple header. So next weekend will be race recap and preview. The following Monday will be race cap and preview. And then the following will be just race recap, guys. United States Grand Prix. Maybe we'll be active on the socials this weekend. You never know. Ryan made us some sick graphics last week that we threw up in the story. We appreciate that from him as always. Mick, thanks for joining. Dad, thanks for joining. Todd, thank you for the new hat out here representing that Mercedes AMG Patronus. But Alex, I love you, brother, and I'll see you next Monday.